I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who would know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes! Here we go!
I guess I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my pants.
Oh, yeah. Welcome into the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. That show you've stumbled upon, maybe missed for a little bit, but we're back. Time for us to get down with the get down. And if you want to get down with us and you're on that recorded podcast listening and you need a way to communicate with us, I just struggled with the word communicate.
Are you drunk?
Nope, sure not. It's that FanStream Sports text line at 214-937-0569. I am Colby Sapp. That's my name in the front of it. Along beside me and not in the room, but still pushing the buttons is one IndyCar Tim.
Colby, we're in the same room together. We're going to smell each other's farts.
Man, you know what? Now that I know this thing is happening right now, I'll be sure to protein up before we
I can't wait.
we do our thing.
I'm going to have all of the cabbage and broccoli.
And you know what? You will not be able to fight me with it, sir.
Never eaten cabbage and broccoli in my life.
Cabbage is good.
Gross.
Cabbage is amazing.
It's not meant to be eaten.
It is too. Dude, man, some good cabbage that's been in the pot along with a bunch of bacon. Woo!
Hello to you, Nathan Elliott. Thanks for popping on here on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. That's one of our Tampa buddies right
What
there.
up, Tim?
Yeah.
He's wanting to know what up, Tim.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got for him? Just
Yeah.
what up?
Yeah.
All right. What up, Nathan? How's it going? So as the country gets over the last night's proceedings, which
USA.
I'm one of
That's all I
those
heard.
guys that's not like politically charged, but
Right.
one thing that's got me today is because I never watch the news, right? I never watch the news.
I don't know how you exist.
I exist in my own world, and that's where I stay.
Do.
And my ability to not care about things is super high.
Kind of
It's
jealous.
super high. But one thing that did kind of get me, and again, I don't watch these channels, but with all the things going on, Tim has done a lot of putting on the news here in the studio, and so I'm trying to show prep, and I'm looking up at the TV screen, and then I'm flipping through my Twitter because I guess I Google searched the other night or last night, excuse me, what's the results at or whatever.
Right.
And so now
So you do care.
my YouTube feed was just nothing but just presidential talk. And I was like, man, I need Grand Theft Auto news. And what's up with this new Call of Duty? So at any rate, I started seeing some stuff, and I saw some stuff today when I got here. And it really threw me for a loop for a second. I almost had a Tim moment.
Uh-huh.
Because I look up at the screen and I'm pretty sure I knew which side that this news channel was trying
Right.
to cater towards.
Right.
But it was lefties are upset was one of the things at the bottom of it. Our Dems are blaming each other, and I was like, you can't even spell out the whole world, the whole word. Excuse me,
Or the world.
or the world, and it just made me look at a little bit of just how
drunk are you now?
just I don't know, not pathetic,
Yep.
but just real petty these groups are, to the point of,
Sore losers.
man.
Blaming each other.
Well, the other side of it was the lefties and stuff and all of that. And it's like,
Yeah.
just call them Democrats, I guess, or whatever. You had to shorten it
Leftists.
just because your other guys are going to be like, yeah, take that, lefty. It's like Lefty Grove's like, why does everybody hate me?
Poor Lefty Grove.
Yeah.
Lefty McLefterson.
Right. By the way, if you had Lefty McGrove on your Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim bingo card.
You said Lefty McGrove.
Yeah. You win.
You win my penis.
Mm-hmm. So it was that all those proceedings. Of course, I walk in, and most of my other coworkers are excited and happy.
Sure.
And I'm about right there with them. Yeah. I didn't like the last years of not as much money.
Yeah.
And
stress.
However you want to blame that on whatever, but that's the only thing I can go by because I'm not, again, politically charged or pretty much anything that matters charged. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Unless it directly affects my house.
No, there's one thing you're charged about.
What's that?
Dallas Cowboys.
I am charged about the Dallas Cowboys.
You do get charged about the Cowboys.
I do, and we will get into that sports report here coming up real quick as there's they made a trade, Tim.
Yeah, we got to get into that. So I've come off, just as a preview, I've come off of my ledge because I think I see a bigger picture here.
Do you?
Yes.
Does it involve people that are currently in college right now?
I don't hate this trade anymore.
What?
The timing and we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Okay.
We'll get into it.
So we've got that. We'll have a little bit of Cowboys-Eagles talk if that matters. Because,
we'll talk some Dak injury, too, because we have some late-breaking news about his injury and how severe it really is.
We do have that. Of course, you're good, bad, and the ugly. It'll be a bunch of celebrity birthdays that we talk about and decide who's good, bad, and or ugly. I have a mystery shotgun that involves two of the things that I really, really love, and that is...
Tell me what you love, what you really, really love.
That is comic book stuff and video games.
Video games and comic books, two of your favorite things ever.
Yes, again, two of my... If you want to name the third thing that I really love, it's metal.
And Cowboys.
You know what?
And
yes.
Sybil. And your kids. See, you love things.
I do love things.
In the Wheel of Misfortune.
I don't love the Wheel of Misfortune. I was just talking about extracurricular things.
I gotcha. Okay. All right.
As far as my wife and kids, yeah, that's kind of guaranteed.
Those are extracurricular, though.
No, those are kind of locked in.
Mine are.
No, well, tell that to your kids. You probably already did.
Idiot extracurriculars.
We've got our picks against the spread. What's me and Tim versus the coin. It's basically how that works. And then I have news and notes, and I promise there's going to be a story in news and notes that you thought you would never hear. And it's there, and it's probably going to blow your mind. So that's all we've got coming up on tonight's show. We still haven't got Tim to drink a Coke Oreo yet.
Probably not happening.
I've still got it at my house. I just forgot to bring it.
Oh, well, then it'll happen.
Sure will.
You know what I'm drinking right now, though, Colby?
Is that water?
No.
Sprit?
That's a vodka and Sprite Zero.
It's a vodka and Sprite Zero.
No, it does have water because you see the condensation?
Right, this is correct.
And then the ice.
So...
Yeah, just after doing a golf show with Johnny, I really needed a drink.
Well, Johnny needs a drink to do a golf show.
He does.
So...
Even no matter what time of day it is.
Now, there has been discussion that we actually got into a little bit, and this came up on 105.3 The Fan before I throw it to what day is it.
Hey, before you get into that, can I do a late-breaking, embarrassing moment I literally just had 5 minutes ago?
Go right ahead.
So you introduced me to these Belvita things,
right?
That you brought in. You offered me one, you gave me one. And I was like, oh, those are pretty good. I've never heard of those before, and they're cinnamon brown sugar flavored. I guess they have flavored ones.
Right.
That's why it tasted like a graham cracker. So I'm on my way out of the studio into the hallway, and it's 7:00 Central Time here. There's nobody in this building.
Right.
We're used to being here all by ourselves. We have the run of the building. I almost didn't wear pants down to the vending machine.
Okay. I'm glad you put them back on.
Well, I am too at this point because I literally walk out of the door, and because I'm drinking Sprite Zero and vodka, felt a little bit of burpage coming on, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm not one when I'm by myself to hold back a burp. Even with other people sometimes, I don't hold back a burp.
Did you let go of the gator?
Dude, I let it go, and I swear windows rattled in the building, and I hear a giggle down the hall. And as I walk straight through out of our door, down the little hall to the elevator, because, yes, we only go down a floor to the vending machine, and I take an elevator because I don't do stairs. And that is right where our landlord, the guy that owns the building, and our property manager is. And they're never here this late.
Uh-huh.
And the beautiful, lovely, and talented Taylor, who is my contact here at the building. It's who we pay our rent to. If I have an issue, I go to her. She's literally standing in the doorway,
Snickering.
giggling at me as I walked by, and I just went, I thought y'all were gone. As I walked past her, covering my face.
Hey, you shouldn't have covered your face. You just been like, "Yep, it's me."
Thought maybe she would think it was someone else.
Yeah, right. Somebody else in this building.
And so I go all the way down to the vending machine. I come all the way back up the elevator. I got to walk past the door again, and she is still standing in the doorway looking at me, giggling. Hey, Colby, this is a girl for a while I thought about asking out and defiling, like, with loving care.
Do you know your mic's on, right?
No, it still might. Maybe do you think she's more attracted to me now or less?
Because you let the gator out?
Yeah. Think she was impressed?
I
She
mean,
wasn't disgusted. She was giggling.
the fact that, I don't know, man. But now if she, like, paid attention to the show, which is, since our logo is everywhere and she knows where we're at, and you just kind of gave out all that information.
She's gonna want me more now.
Or less.
I don't know if that's possible.
Because after you gator burped, you talked about how you wanted to defile her.
I said in a loving manner.
No, that was no love in that.
Yes, I said I wanted to defile her in a loving manner.
It was all lust in there. There was no love.
It's the same way I do all my defiling, with love and care and a tender touch.
I like to file in alphabetical order.
I just do all of my defiling with love.
My file cabinets are normally locked when
Colby,
I try and search for words.
I know we just missed Halloween, but I know what we should come as for Halloween for the show next year.
First of all, phrasing.
Wrestlers. I want to wear that. But I don't want the tights. I want the shorts.
Okay.
And then, like, during breaks, we'll keep the cameras on, and you'll just jump on my back, and we'll do all of these wrestling moves.
I mean, sure.
We should do that.
Hit you with a chair.
All right, well, you kind of do that anyway.
We need more folding chairs.
And I need my straps around my biceps like that dude has. Make my biceps look big.
The fact that Pac it looks like that is because he has 0% body fat. That's
Who was the dude in World Class Championship Wrestling that used to wear those, but they were strapped. They would hang down.
Lex Luger,
No, not the Superman guy.
Ultimate Warrior.
I'm thinking of Dingo, right? The Dingo Warrior.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't he have those?
Yes.
Was that the Ultimate Warrior, same guy?
No, that was the Dingo Warrior was the copy of the Ultimate Warrior. It was like if you went and got cookies, but they weren't Oreos, but they still look like Oreos. It was him.
They were the Dingo Oreos?
Yeah, they were the Dingo Oreos.
I don't remember the Ultimate Warrior back then. I just remember the Dingo Warrior in my Von Erich days.
Okay, yeah.
We're going deep in the wrestling talk here, aren't we?
Okay. The fact that you don't remember the Ultimate Warrior.
I gotta look him up now. Was he hot?
Was he what?
Ultimate Warrior. Okay, now I remember him now.
Okay. He was.
I like the Dingo Warrior better.
He was one of the worst wrestlers that was out there because he'd always like wear himself out before he got to the ring, so his matches couldn't be that long. Because he would run out there and then he would shake the ropes and pump up the crowd, and then besides the
This says they're the same person.
are they the same person?
Wikipedia? Yeah. It says Warrior was an American professional wrestler and bodybuilder, best known by his ring name, The Ultimate Warrior. And then down here it says he was initially billed as the Dingo Warrior in house card promos by Gene Okerlund, but soon had his name modified.
Okay, there you go. All right,
I was right about something in wrestling. By the way, you know his real name?
I did.
James Bryan Hellwig. Is he dead? Has he left us?
He's left.
Oh, he died 10 years ago. He was my age, Colby, when he died.
Yeah, he left us. He also had his name changed to Warrior on his driver's license.
I shouldn't have done all steroids back then.
Again, he was gassed every time he went out to the ring. Had one of the worst finishes ever. But people loved him.
Yeah, Nathan chimed in.
Thanks,
Says,
Nathan.
yeah.
Appreciate it. I just don't remember the Dingo Warrior. I guess that was just before my wrestling time.
Probably your boy Tyler Daniel says, "Oh, hi, Colby."
What's up, T?
Or did he say it like, "Oh, hi, Colby"?
No,
Is that how he would say it?
No, that's not how he would say it.
Well, I was just asking. I don't know.
You should. Well, there you go.
I don't know Tyler Daniel.
Well, you would if you ever like jumped in the crew and hung out for a little bit on your PlayStation.
Is he Pootie or Blowfish?
No, that's just Tyler.
He just goes by Tyler?
That's just Tyler.
Come on, Tyler. You got to get a moniker. Let's make him be Blowfish
No, he's not.
or Hootie.
You can call him Florida Man.
Oh, is he the dude that lives in Florida?
Well, there's a couple of in Florida, but yeah.
I was just in Florida, Tyler. I didn't see you. I don't know if that you really live there.
Right. Or the train guy or whatever you want to go with.
We are off the rails, train guy.
How
How did we get here, Colby?
I don't know how we left from here. I don't know how to mount this horse. It's horrible.
You're about to call on me, aren't you?
I sure am. As we now segue into the segment where Tim looks for the card to put up as soon as he can get his computer working, because it's time for me to ask Tim. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Colby.
What day is it, bud?
I'm really glad you asked as we launch our music here. Colby, today is this day that we're living in right now.
That was what I was going to talk about. I'm glad it was there.
And Colby wanted to talk about, in honor of today, and maybe one of the greatest days that ever lived, National Nacho Day, Colby.
Ooh, bud.
We're both big fans of the nachos, and we like the same kinds of nachos, right? Not the trash can style, where half of the stuff doesn't have anything on it.
Right.
I like the individual placed nachos with everything all on the one chip. Every bite's perfect.
Now, there's a lot of good places to go get nachos at around here because, well, it's Tex-Mex, and we are Tex-Mex. How you doing? But there's one place that has very exceptional nachos, and it was actually the place that me and Sybil had our wedding rehearsal dinner at.
Really?
It's called Rio Mambo. It looks really rich. It's not really that expensive. It looks more expensive than it is when you go up to the place. But their nachos, what they do with them there at the Rio Mambo is they have, instead of corn chips, they have the thick flour chips.
I love those.
Kind of like if you got a really good taco salad and the outside of it, that's the same thing we're talking about, except for this is a little thicker than what that shell is. And each individual chip has a little nice piece of that fajita steak right on it, then a little guac, sour cream, and then the cheese with like one jalapeno just placed in the middle of it.
I think I just said jalapeno.
And it's a crafted nacho. Now I'm just a fan of just give me some queso, man.
Sure.
I'm good.
I like my queso with the beef in it, the ground beef in it, or fajita beef.
Right.
You can do that, and then I'll mix in some guacamole in my queso a little bit.
Do that. My favorite thing to do at most Mexican food restaurants, if their queso is decent, is I just get it just plain, just without anything in it. And then if their house salsa is good, I'll take a little bit of that and just put it right on top, bud. Just right on top.
I'm getting hungry, Colby. It's not on my diet.
You know what? And that's the one place, by the way, if you are on a diet, that you can't enter.
No, not at all.
You can't enter a Mexican food restaurant on a diet because it's gone as soon as you walk in there.
Colby, it's also National Dog Film Festival Day. Now, I don't know if this is for films about dogs or films for dogs. I'm very confused.
I'm actually into the film for dog. That would be kind of cool. Like just one that has the things that your dog's into.
Right, like birds and squirrels.
Yeah, it's just a constant. I think that would be great.
And a bouncing ball.
As far as films about dogs, there's not a quicker way to make me less interested in a show than it's just to be about a dog. And I'll tell you why.
About a dog.
Because if anything sad happens to that dog during the middle of the movie or whatever to draw interest, I am so out.
No, I'm out.
I don't want anything else to happen.
That's why I've never watched John Wick.
I'm just kidding. You know what? The fact that was the whole reason why I could understand the character
made it better, right?
Yeah.
It made like everyone could relate.
No, they took out my dog.
Have you ever had anybody be mean to your dog before in front of you?
No.
Me neither, because I would kill somebody.
No.
And vice versa. If somebody was mean to me in front of my dog, he'd kill them.
Right.
Loyalty. Love my dog. Miss you, Tolo.
Dogs are great.
Dogs are awesome. Colby, we have another, maybe the longest title in the history of our day.
Uh-oh.
As it is International Day for Preventing the Exploitation of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict Day.
But is this telling people to clean up their bomb shrapnel?
Let's try that again. International Day for Preventing the Exploitation of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict.
Most of those words felt like a slap to my face.
I think I was speaking English. Maybe not.
There's too many words in those words.
I don't know what that means, but y'all respect that day because it sounds like it's important.
Right.
Colby, something that millennials and kids these days would be screwed at, as it is National Marooned Without a Compass Day. Huh.
You know what? Marooned with a compass would just
Still be
the same.
marooned, right?
Is it? I mean,
Kids don't know how to use a compass.
no, but if they had their phone, they're pretty much all right.
I saw this meme or something the other day about kids were complaining about how easy parents used to have it. So they took away all of their electronics. They locked them in their room with a rotary phone, a remote control TV, and paper, an envelope, and a stamp.
Okay.
All right, get out of your room. And nobody could. Kids are stupid. I swear.
Yeah, but you know what? If you ran that reverse and put the parents in there with like a bunch of high tech stuff,
I'd be lost.
Yeah.
Still don't know how computers work. Computer. I think it's Star Trek. Colby, it's National Advent Calendar Day.
So whoever invented the calendar.
Get your shopping list ready. Coffee, mugs, chocolate, and wine all make for a merry season.
Is that one of those things where every day you punch a hole or something and something pops out?
I guess. That's really boring. We need to get rid of that day. I vote to get rid of that day. Colby, another day that we probably don't need, as it is National Basketball Day.
Oh no, man. This Mavericks team looks really good.
As long as
I mean,
it's not
they're not winning a lot right now, but man, the team looks really good.
As long as it's not National Basketball Association Day, I'm okay, because I don't mind basketball. I just don't like the NBA.
You know what? I do.
As soon as LaFraud retires, then I might start watching it again.
The fact that he's still playing at the age that he is and still playing at the level that he is amazing.
Still ruining the game is amazing. It's all his fault. How about National Ladies Learning Code Day?
What does that mean?
Across the country, we empower women in the tech industry on National Ladies Learning. Okay, look.
Learn to code. You could
Look,
have
people.
had that differently.
That's just how it's worded.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't talking to you.
Why are you yelling at me?
I was talking to the people that wrote the thing.
They can't hear you.
Have you ever talked to something that can't hear you before?
Every day of my life.
All right.
Lots of women that can't hear me. I love you, Taylor. Look, first of all, we need to get this out there for those that haven't figured this out yet. Ladies are the same as women. Okay? We all agree on that?
Who didn't
Great.
Who didn't have that figured out?
I feel like there's people that don't know that ladies are the same as women, or they haven't figured out that women can't do things that men can do. Okay? They can't learn to code because they're not a man. They're not smart like men. Ladies can't do things that men can do. It's proven. Fred Flintstone proved it all the way up to the future when George Jetson was alive. Ladies just can't do what men can do. I don't understand why we have these movements just to prove themselves wrong every single time. It boggles the mind. And then they wanted a lady to be president. Good God, what are you thinking? Colby, what are we doing here? Colby's laying out on me. I'm just kidding, y'all. I love women. They can do way better than I can do in everything. Just kidding.
That's normally where I jump in and fight him, but I thought, you know what? If he's drilling this hole, I'm just going to let him see if there's any water or oil at the bottom of it.
I just sunk. I didn't know where to go. I couldn't keep a straight face saying that anymore, even though I've had some drinks. Colby, it is National Report Home Health Care Fraud Day.
What? So you're not needing home health care, but how do you?
So if someone is committing home health care fraud, today is the day you report it.
Yeah, yesterday, if you saw it happening, you can't. It's just today.
Yeah, if you forget to do it today,
Yeah, then you got to wait a
then
year.
you're screwed. Nathan Elliott chimes in again. My honey and I are laughing our arses off. She will not watch a dog movie because she will cry. Dude, me too. What's the dog movie that Jennifer Aniston and what's his face?
You're going to have to give me more.
Where I heard the dog died at the end?
Old Yeller?
No, we know Old Yellow dies. Was it Marley and Me?
Okay, maybe. That sounds
I almost said
right.
Me, Myself, and Irene, but I think that's a different movie.
Is it Owen Wilson?
Yes.
Because he didn't like dogs because the dog did that to his nose?
Woof.
You did that to his nose?
Somebody did it to his nose. Maybe it was Luke Skywalker. Colby, it is National Saxophone Day. Remember when saxophones were in every rock song of the 80s? And it was a better time.
It was not a better
Why do they have a
time.
skateboard in the wrestling ring?
Because he's using it to whack people.
And why do we call it a ring when it's a square?
I don't know. Go ask a boxer.
Right? Because that's where it started, right?
The squared circle, brother.
Did they skate into the ring?
Okay. You don't really know this stuff. He's like the guy that takes all the huge bumps and does all the wild stunts. So the skateboard kind of fits his extreme.
Huh.
Sorry, Tim occasionally looks up at the screens as I like to watch professional wrestling, and then he asks me questions about what's going on as I'm trying to pay attention to the show.
Well,
that
you're
we're
trying to
currently
watch
doing.
that and pay attention to us. I'm trying to watch Detroit and Chicago in the hockey game over here. We're on over here on this TV. Greg Olson and Adam Amin are back here on some NFL game. It's behind us. We can't really see
It's
it.
the Cowboys game before Dak got injured.
He'll get injured. I bet he gets injured again. I bet you. Yeah, remember when saxophones were rock and roll and it was amazing?
No.
Yeah, saxophones used to rock, dude. I wanted to play saxophone in middle school, and I had to play the trombone, which means like I could only listen to Chicago songs because they're the only ones that had trombones in their
Or
music.
ska. You could have been in a ska
I think
band.
ska was around back then. I don't even know what that means.
It's yes, you do because you kind of know what that.
Is that ska?
No, that's techno.
Okay, what's the difference?
One's a version of punk. One is
Oh, I don't know what
version of
ska
electronic.
is.
I just told you it's a version of punk. In fact, if you
It's a virgin?
yeah, it's a virgin, huh? It's an unpenetrated hole of punk music. That's what it is.
Wow. Mark. Colby, I feel like you need to celebrate this right now because it is National Stress Awareness Day.
I thought
You are stressed right now, sir.
I thought you were going to say it's the National Hole Penetrating Day. I swear to God,
No, Colby, that's every day.
it is Hump Day.
You find the right pole.
What?
Pole?
Somebody take a poll.
Find the right hole for the pole
What?
on the day. How about National Team Manager Day?
So, why is there not a picture of Wash
Right?
there?
It's the way baseball go, Colby.
That's the way baseball go.
You drop the claw on them. You drop the antlers on them. Man, I miss the claw and antlers. They should have brought that back for the World Series run.
No, I'm kind of glad they did the whole we don't do anything except for just watch one single guy just go ape shit while everybody else, sorry, Gerb, everybody else does stuff that's just kind of, we're just good.
All right, Colby, that's what day it is.
There you go. That's what day it is. And now it's time for us to properly segue as Tim finds the next title card.
so
Man,
much
I'm
work to do
struggling with
here.
words. I have so much jumble bunny in my mouth right now. It's crazy, but it's time for the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Sports Report.
Colby, the Dallas Cowboys did some stuff.
They did some things.
And I don't. So what's funny is on Tuesday, yesterday,
Yep.
Jarrah was on with Sean and RJ, as he usually is on Tuesdays, right?
Right.
And they were talking to him about the trade deadline. You guys got anything in the works? And, Jerry's, of course, playing Jerry. Well, yeah, we've got lots of things happening. I can't really talk about it right now, blah, blah, blah. Is one of those going to be a wide receiver? No, we're not interested in any wide receivers. You know, you looking at quarterbacks? Because no, we're not looking at, probably maybe some defensive help if we can get it. Are you going to be buyers or sellers? Well, right now we're just trying to better our team, do whatever we can do to better the team. All right, Jerry, thanks for talking to us. We'll see you next week. Click. My phone goes off. The Cowboys have traded for Panthers wide receiver Jonathan Mingo. Literally, it came public right when he hung up the phone.
The Mingo Warrior.
Which means, Colby, he already knew about the trade.
Yes.
Had already approved the trade. Didn't want to talk about it on the air. Because he knew everyone would be like,
who?
You traded a what for who?
Uh-huh.
So for those of you that don't know, it was a 4th round pick. And then they swapped like 7th round picks or something. For Jonathan Mingo, 2nd year wide receiver out of Ole Miss. Now look, he was good at Ole Miss.
Uh-huh.
He was on the Cowboys draft radar big time at Ole Miss. They didn't get to pick him. He went to Carolina. He has not been good while at Carolina. Now, consider the circumstances.
Right.
Got Bryce Young trying to throw him the ball. The entire offense is horrible. So, really, you don't have a body of work to go on. I don't think a legitimate body of work to go on to know if he's good in the NFL or not. Okay? The Cowboys liked him in college. They kind of wanted to draft him at some point. I get it. Hey, let's take a flyer on the guy. Okay. Everyone's up in arms because they think the Cowboys did this to help them this year. Jonathan Mingo is not going to help you this year. He's not going to win you more games. I don't care even if Dak wasn't hurt. That's not the purpose of this trade, I don't think.
Okay.
Here's what I think they're doing, and I will preface this by saying I still don't like that they gave up a 4th rounder for him. I'll let you know why here in a minute. The Cowboys have a couple of expiring contracts in the wide receiver room. Most notably, Brandon Cooks.
Yep.
I don't think they bring back Brandon Cooks.
There's no reason to.
There's no reason to. He hasn't been healthy literally since he's been here. I can think of 2 big catches that he's made since he's been here.
Right.
I had so much higher expectations for him.
Oh, yeah.
He just hasn't been able to stay healthy. And then I forget who the other one is. Is it Tolbert's rookie contract that expires or Brooks? One of those guys. And Brooks isn't coming back.
No.
Brooks may not play another play in the down in the NFL. He's just been horrible. Tolbert they'll hang on to. But I think what you're doing here is you are trying to build your quarterback room for the future. Mingo's only 23.
Right.
So I don't have a problem with them. Now, the timing was weird that you did it now if you're doing it for the future. And I think it's super weird that you gave up a 4th round draft pick for him because what you're saying is that we don't think anybody that we could have drafted in the 4th round next April is going to be better than Jonathan Mingo.
And so he better be damn good.
Which is a weird assumption because you don't know.
Yes.
The college season's not even over yet. And obviously you get him cheap for the next couple of years. He's still on his rookie deal. So I get that. You're going to be in a save money mode for the next few years because you're paying everybody else. But yeah, when I first heard it, I was like everyone else, knee-jerk reaction. This is maybe one of the top 5 dumbest moves the Cowboys have ever made. Then I had to think about it long and hard. I looked at the salary cap. I looked at expiring contracts, and I thought, okay, and maybe I'm giving the Cowboys too much credit.
Yes.
But I think that's what they're doing. I think that they're planning on this for the future because nobody can save the season now.
No.
Even if Dak wasn't hurt, no one can save the season. The defense is horrible. The offense is horrible. They're probably going to cut Zeke Elliott.
Right.
Because he may not play again this season with the disciplinary issues he's having. And I would agree if the Cowboys cut him. I would have no problem with that, just the way he's been acting. He's acting like a little baby that Gerber told us that he was at Ohio State the entire time he knew him.
Maybe he sees the writing on the wall. It's just time to just want out anyway.
Well, that's great, but you ain't going to play anywhere else. Nobody else is going to pick you up.
No.
But and for those that haven't heard, it came out today that Dak's injury is probably worse than they initially thought because what they had is the hamstring tendon is torn away from the bone.
It's gone.
So that is not a 4-week recovery, boys and girls.
No.
You're probably talking the season. And you know what? That might not be so bad.
No, that's actually great.
Because what do you need right now?
Losses.
Losses and high draft picks.
Damn right.
And I'm all for it, man.
You need a new coach. You're not going to get a new GM or owner or anything, but you need a new coach. You need a new defensive coordinator. You need probably most of your stars that are out on defense to just hang out.
Yeah.
Not put any more, not remove any more tread off the tire.
Sit down, Micah.
And just get ready for next year and get good draft picks, maybe even a quarterback.
Man, I wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
No, because if you're in top 5, look, man, I know nobody else likes this idea. And I tell you what, I'm not a huge fan of this guy as far as coaching skills, but I am a huge fan of how the environment acts around him inside that locker room. And I think that's a change that would work well and be one of the only places that it would work well is if you went ahead and got Shedeur Sanders and then brought his dad in here to coach.
Well, they're a package deal.
Yeah. And again, I'm not saying he's the greatest coach ever. What I'm saying is if you need something inside this locker room to change how it works in there and how it cooperates and how it runs into Jerry. And I think a big star like Dion coming in with his skins on the wall and I think that it may not work well as far as, but you have to put other good coaches around him, and then he could change how this locker room works and actually make it work.
And so Dion's on record saying he doesn't want to be a head coach in the NFL. He is also on record kind of saying that he and Shedeur are a package deal.
Right.
So where Shedeur goes, Dion has to go. Well, what if Dion comes in not as your head coach or your offensive coordinator, because I don't think he can do that either. He's just your quarterback coach and maybe an offensive consultant. And he works under the OC, he works under the head coach, and he's got his kid there with him, and everyone's happy.
I mean, that would be great.
And he's there, so Dion would be there too, because I think Shedeur's probably the kind of kid, we've seen a little bit of this, and he's young, who kind of wears his emotions on his sleeve. And if things don't go right for him early on in his pro career, he's the kind of kid that I could see pulling a Ryan Leaf on you and losing it. And if his dad's there to maintain all of that, I think it would work out better.
No, it would. It totally would. The other thing that you get from it is somebody that now you don't have to. I understand, Nathan. The Cowboys have Trey Lance, and I'm begging for them to go ahead and throw Trey Lance out there and see what he's got. Because if he has anything, and you're able to, I don't know, move him to another team for a little bit of draft capital,
Yeah,
that'd be great.
nobody wants him though.
Not if he. I mean, there's teams out there that want him if he shows something.
Oh well, yeah, Carolina. Let's take advantage of them again.
I mean, it's worked out for other teams going to grab somebody else's that looks good.
Nathan, I don't think that the Shedeur and Dion situation is the same as LeBron and Bronny, because Shedeur actually is good and has some skills and has some talent. He's a top 5 quarterback in college football right now. He leads the Big 12 in a lot of passing statistics. Bronny James never led anybody in anything except for being LeBron's kid.
Right.
So I don't think they're the same thing, and I don't think Dion's nearly the miserable human being that LeBron James is. But I get your point.
I understand. Yeah, I understand what he's saying. The thing that I am looking at again is that mentality inside the locker room.
Yeah.
I think the addition of Deion Sanders inside that locker room, because the way he's doing with his kids in college and able to build them up and put them in a spot and be that I've got skins on the wall, and also like father figure that's there.
Yeah.
And being that he's been in the NFL locker rooms before, he knows what it's like to be on a winning team.
Yep.
And be able to look and tell people straight to their face, these big millionaire dudes, and to be like, this ain't how we do it.
Yeah.
What you're doing right now ain't it.
And those young kids would listen to Dion
Sure would.
more than they might listen to a 55-year-old coach or coordinator, right?
Yeah, especially while your head coach is shoving McDoubles down his throat faster than they can get there.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Just saying.
Well, he ain't going to be the coach next year, so.
Oh, who was I talking about?
I thought you were talking about McCarthy.
Oh,
He ain't going to be here next year.
no.
Nobody's going to be here. We're going to have to start with a clean slate next year.
You're
All right,
saying they're gonna hire Jane?
Ooh, I hope so. A clean slate. No, we said a clean slater.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Jane.
You just call her dirty?
She's my dirty little hooker. Love you, Jane.
You know she's probably listening.
I love you, Jane. She listens all the time.
So
All right, there's your Cowboys and Eagles preview.
what did we? Just look for the Cowboys to not have a good game, even though it'll probably be Rush almost beating them anyway.
It might be 58-6 Eagles.
Cooper Rush looks good during these.
I mean, he has beaten the Eagles before.
If he looks really good and you end up beating the Eagles, there's going to be a lot of people that are already on the I hate Dak train that are just
God.
not going. They're just, I don't know. I may not want to look at Facebook ever again.
Oh, it's going to be so bad.
It's going to be bad. So coming up next, as we're really behind the schedule, aren't we?
Meh.
Coming up next, it's time for the good, bad, and the ugly, and then I've got Mystery Shotgun. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Tom's Town, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tom's Town, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
For more than 3 decades, Bob's Steak and Chop House has remained an icon of DFW restaurants. Why? Well, maybe it's because of Bob. He's fanatical about cleanliness and friendliness, and his food, oh my Lord, his food. If you've been there, you know about it. If you haven't been there, you should know about it. The original Bob welcomes you at either of his 2 locations, Bob's on Lemon Avenue or the sparkling new Bob's at Craig Ranch, McKinney.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
You know Volvo's reputation for building beautiful, long-lasting cars. Well, Crest Volvo Cars, located at 121 on the Tollway in Frisco, has over 300 brand-new Volvos at terrific prices. And there's also that hard-to-find low interest available. When you're at Crest Volvo, say howdy to General Manager Mike Brusen. Then test drive your favorite Volvo. Crest Volvo, off 121 on the Tollway in Frisco.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show right here on FanStream Sports. There's Colby.
What up?
And there's me.
Ah!
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to FanStream Sports, here live from the FanStream Sports studios in North Dallas. A little bit chilly today, Colby. I was digging it, man.
It's great. You know what? All the talk about golf on From the Rough, and I was like, today would have been the day, right?
Dude, it was so nice.
Today would have been the day.
All those worm burners and looking for my ball in the weeds and in the bushes, like I wouldn't have even gotten hot.
Right.
It would have been great. Special thanks to our sponsors, Turf Life, of course. Always supporting the show, Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. You might find a brand new write-up in the latest edition that will be out here within the week of Golf Central Magazine, Colby, by me, about our future FanStream Sports expansion plans.
Okay.
In our new studio there in Tampa, and the new studio coming summer of 2025 in Columbus, Ohio.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Columbus, Ohio. How do you say it?
Ohio?
I feel like we're saying the same thing.
No, you don't think?
Ohio.
No, I don't
No?
know. Why are you adding a bad Russian accent to it?
Just how I was saying it. Ohio. Machaya. Oh, now I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying. I was tied up watching wrestling.
Okay.
Yes, and shout out.
Because you were watching wrestling, you didn't know what your mouth was doing?
No.
Okay.
I'm easily distracted. Why are there so many chairs and ladders? Are we doing construction on the ring here? What is happening?
It's a hardcore match, so everything can be used.
Parkour?
Hardcore. It's not parkour.
He said it's a parkour match. They're like jumping off of stuff. Parkour!
Like the parkour tag or whatever that we watched the other day, where they're just
So
jumping
awesome.
through stuff and yeah.
Was the parkour tag better than the in-car whatever wrestling that we saw?
In-car wrestling?
Oh my God, it was so you put on your seatbelt, you can use it.
Two large humans inside like a Honda Civic fighting each other.
So I saw it come up again on my screen,
On the Ocho?
and it was Car-Jitsu is what it's called. Car-Jitsu, Colby. Crap you not. Car-Jitsu. That's a chick in the ring referee too, huh?
Oh yeah, she's
Their
cute.
top might come off accidentally, I bet.
She's
I mean, we can hope.
yeah.
Huh.
She's busty.
Car-Jitsu, Colby.
Car-Jitsu.
It's a real sport on the Ocho.
I feel like
It was amazing.
I feel like this intro to this good, bad, and ugly segment is like a caffeinated squirrel. We have no idea where we're at. Are the words that are coming out of our mouths? This
Well, then
is
let's
dumb.
get into it, shall we?
All right, cool. It's that time for the
Car-Jitsu.
segment called the Car-Jitsu of the show,
Parkour!
which is the good, bad, and the ugly. That's the reason why the music sounds like this. Good, bad, and ugly is where I go through all the people that have been born today. Then I make a list of the people that I think are famous enough to make my list, and I offer them up to you guys along with me and Tim separately to decide out of this list Who is the good person out of this list? Who is the bad person out of this list? And who is the ugly person out of this list? Starting off on the list today is one Cam Clark. He is 57 years old, and you're probably asking yourself, who the hell is Cam Clark? If you were a fan of the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon series, he was the voice of Leonardo in that.
DiCaprio?
No, the turtle.
They talked?
Yes.
I don't remember that part.
Their whole thing was like saying cowabunga, dude, and
That's how it was Bart Simpson.
no, it was the turtle.
Is this the cartoon?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Has he ever done anything else?
He was also a voice to the Metal Gear series. He was Liquid Snake for those that played those video games.
Dude, that sounds like a badass name.
Well, there was Liquid Snake and then there was Solid Snake.
Is that what our show should be called? Which one's which?
Dude, if we could have that,
I'll look it up.
the comms that were, oh no, Snake, and stuff that happened during that game, then yes. That I'll be Solid Snake.
I'll be Liquid Snake.
So there you go. I didn't put her age down, but it's Maria Shriver's birthday today.
Mrs. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Correct.
Told you a story about when we had wine with them, huh?
You did.
I'll never forget that. She's a lot more attractive, well, at least she was in the 90s, than she was on TV. She's more attractive in person.
Well, I bet, because there's some pictures of her on the internet that make her look like Skeletor.
Skeletor. I knew you were going there. No, I don't disagree. She was quite the journalist in her time, Colby. Got no problem with Maria Shriver.
I thought she was a talk show host.
Well, yeah, she was a journalist turned talk show host. I mean, she got on TV because she was a journalist.
Passed away in 2004. One Pat Tillman.
Okay, Colby. Are we going all-time good with Tilly?
I think we should.
You have to. We have to, right?
Yeah, I think you should.
He will be inducted into the all-time good list
And
with me.
I feel like I put these names too close together, so I'm going to put
no.
somebody else here instead. Turning 48 years old today, one Sal Volcano. He's part of that comedy troupe that only people pay attention to during March Madness because their shows come on like right after some basketball games.
Like Impractical Jokers and all that?
That's he's an Impractical Joker.
Oh, he's one of them?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so out. They're not funny. They're not as funny as we are, Colby.
I mean, they're all right funny, and you'll catch yourself watching an episode, and the next thing you know, you've watched 8 of them.
Not me. I can't watch 5 minutes of that. Because all I can think of is how much better you and I would be at that.
Well, yeah, but I don't think. See, I don't care, so I just watch it.
I know you don't care about things. I do.
The first Mystique, and also I can't say her name without saying her used to be last name. It's Rebecca Romaine Stamos. Even though it's just Rebecca Romaine now.
Oh, they're not together anymore?
No.
What?
She dropped the Stamos a long time ago.
Really?
But you remember her as Mystique in those X-Men movies where they had?
I mean, I knew she was Miss, but I knew her way before that.
Well, yeah, but
Swimsuits and stuff.
Yeah, but she had paint on, and that was it.
No, she was hot, and also Jennifer Lawrence was hot in that outfit too.
Was yes. Also was hot when she was in an old Pontiac Firebird. Sally Field turned 78 years old today.
Wow. I think I still might.
Just so you can walk into a party and go, guess what? I just got through
screwed
doing?
frog.
I did Sally Field.
Man, I plowed Sally's fields.
That's right.
I went there, Colby.
Ethan Hawke turns 54 years old today.
Did you know him and Uma Thurman were a thing?
I can see it.
Apparently they've been married for 20
Yeah.
years or something.
Yeah.
I only know that because one of their daughters was in some article or something. Oh my God, dude. I mean, Ethan Hawke's a good looking dude, right? And
Yeah.
Uma Thurman's stunning.
Yeah.
So imagine their offspring.
Just-
It's not fair.
It's not. It's genetic code.
Yes, it sucks.
Passed away in 2017, apparently by his own hands. Aaron Hernandez.
Oh.
Which we then had to sit through every Netflix and whatever special about Aaron Hernandez after that all happened.
Yeah, they just did like a mini series on him or something. I didn't watch it. I don't care.
I still.
By the way, he didn't kill himself.
No, that's right.
I think Tim Tebow did it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think Tim
'Cause I think-
Tebow did it.
Well, I mean, they were college teammates.
So you're. That's
I think
your.
they were also gay lovers at Florida, and Tim Tebow didn't want that to get out to the public, and Aaron Hernandez was threatening that because of his good Christian man persona. So he had him knocked off.
Are you doing your own stupid Tim's Unsolved Mysteries right now?
We may never know the truth, Colby.
I think I already know the truth to that little tidbit.
We may never know.
I know. I think I do know.
It was clones.
It-
The clones did it.
So somehow, in this conversation between me and Tim, Tim has now cloned Tim Tebow, but Tim Tebow's clone is a gay serial killer that goes after prison inmates that have only been teammates with Tim Tebow.
I'd watch that movie. Wouldn't you? You know what? That sounds like the plot of the next Bourne movie. It's going to be Tim Bourne or Aaron Bourne. I can see it, dude.
And we
In a world.
no, that's in a world that never happens. And
In a world where things aren't what they seem.
turning 36 years old, I feel like I'm trying to herd cats. Emma Stone is 36.
So we had a conversation off air about her.
We did.
Something hot.
No,
You just think she's always hot?
all the hot. Yeah.
I will tell you one movie I thought she was extremely hot in.
Amazing Spider-Man.
I don't remember her being in any Spider-Man movie. Easy A. She's pretty hot.
Made in Georgia.
And Cruella. I know you haven't seen Cruella. That
No.
seemed like your kind of movie.
No.
But it was kind of off-putting because she spoke with a British accent the whole time, which is not sexy on any woman unless you are Kate Beckinsale.
It's sexy on a lot of women.
Oh. But she was hot in both of those movies. So, but I've also seen her not look very good.
What do you mean not look very good?
I've seen her not look good before.
She's still Emma Stone.
She is, and I still would.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even have to turn the lights off or use a paper bag. I mean, she might.
No, she would grab a beanbag cover and put you inside of it and walk out the room.
Do you think she would call me Aaron Hernandez?
Why?
I'm just trying to pull it all back together.
I think you need to keep it separate, dude. I think you need.
That's what Tim Tebow said.
I think you need to listen to the Offspring right now, and you got to keep them separated. All right.
Terrible song.
Just keep everything.
The Offspring
away.
are like a cross between
They're a punk band.
Bon Jovi and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I don't think they have anything to do with each other.
They're just a mix.
They're.
No, I don't mind
they're
the
not a
Offspring.
mix.
I don't mind the Offspring. I just don't like that song.
You got to keep them separate.
What about Everclear? Remember them?
Yeah, the alt rock group.
Yeah. Always for some reason get Everclear and the Offspring confused. I don't know why. Probably because I was on Everclear every time I had an Offspring. See, Colby, I'm just putting it all back together.
You got it. You got to keep them
Gotta
separated.
keep it separated.
Those that don't know what song we're talking about, I don't know. Screw
Just go
you.
look it up.
Yeah.
We
Get
can't
some-
play it.
Get some YouTube or something in your life.
This might be the weirdest good, bad, and ugly we've ever done.
This whole show has been stupid.
Because
okay?
we haven't done a show in like 2 weeks.
This whole show has just been you and me just going off on branches separately, not even anywhere near connected to the same tree that we're supposed to be on, throwing acorns at each other like disenchanted squirrels. That's what this show's been.
It's why we can't be in the same room when we do a show.
It might be highly entertaining. I don't know. Right now, what's happening might be super highly entertaining.
Nathan Elliott, is this entertaining? Are you not entertained?
He left.
He's gone.
He's like, screw this. Not watching this crap anymore. So there you go. There's your good, bad. In case you forgot what we were doing, it was the good, bad, and ugly list of famous people's birthdays, and that's the end of the list.
Colby, you eliminated or omitted, maybe both. In addition to Aaron Hernandez, you eliminated maybe one of the sexiest people I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I think I didn't add in Kelly Rutherford. She's 56. She was on some shows that Tim would know.
Never heard of her.
Okay, never mind. He doesn't know her.
But the one you omitted is the person that is the cover model of our show card today.
I don't even know who that is.
I didn't either till 2 hours ago. But that is Sierra Sky. She is a model and my future ex-girlfriend.
You know, when I looked through famous people and I saw model and I didn't know who that was, I was like, obviously not famous enough. Again, the criteria, famous enough to make my list.
But you include like TikTok stars.
That I know of, so therefore my list of famous people.
Think it's going to be her birthday soon, Colby?
It was her birthday, like...
Oh, is that why we have her?
Yeah, that's why... We don't have her, by the way. I know it just showed a girl with like duct tape over her mouth. We don't actually have her.
Don't look in my trunk later.
I will never look in your trunk, sir.
Colby, I don't know how old she is, but Sierra Sky has a birthday today.
Congratulations.
I'm guessing she's at least 19.
Uh-huh.
Probably no older than 25.
Probably in her,
so right in my wheelhouse.
Probably in her 30s or something.
Oh, I bet not. I don't know. She might be. So, yes, I had to bring that to your attention since she was the cover model of our show card today. Because I couldn't find anyone hotter. No, Emma Stone's not hotter than Sierra Sky.
You could have just put a hot picture of Sally Field up there.
Dude, I almost put a picture of her from Smokey and the Bandit. I almost did that until I met Sierra Sky.
And there's plenty of hot pictures of Emma Stone out there.
She was going to be my fallback.
And then Rebecca Romaine as Mystique could have been up there.
Yeah, I didn't see her on my list, though.
You said...
I could have put John Stamos up there.
No.
I mean, he's prettier than Rebecca Romaine, right?
What?
I bet he'd be a very attractive woman.
Shut up.
Those piercing blue eyes.
I don't even know what color they are.
They're blue. I just said they're blue. And he played drums, Colby. You should like him. He's a drummer. He toured with the Beach Boys.
You don't have to like people just because they do stuff that you do.
That's true. I hate people that do things better than me. All right, Colby, my good.
Uh-huh.
And I will omit Sierra Sky. We've made Pat Tillman an all-time good, so you don't include him.
Right.
You know what? I am bypassing the hots, and I'm going with my friend. Maria Shriver is my good.
Okay.
We went through about 8 bottles of wine together with my wife at the time and her husband at the time, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Drink it now and hear me later. That's what he was saying the whole time.
I don't think so.
He didn't say that. They got me hooked on Chilean wine. They were drinking Chilean wine. It was really, really good. Chilean red wine.
Chilean red wine.
That too. Mm-hmm. Colby, my ugly.
Yep.
There's really no uglies, is there? Okay, I don't know who Sal Volcano is, so he's going to be my ugly.
Yeah, he work all right.
Does that work? Mm-hmm. Colby, my bad. I almost feel like he could almost be an all-time bad, but he's about 1 tier above it is Aaron Hernandez. He's a murderer, Colby.
Yeah, he did things.
Did some bad things.
So, all right. So, my good, I think, you know what? I was going to go Emma Stone, but I think I'm just going to go Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
And it's mainly because most of the shows that he's in now, he's kind of that old, used to was be, but still maybe a killer type situation.
Right.
And I really dig that character. So I'm going to go with Ethan Hawke. My bad is Aaron Hernandez.
Has to be, right?
It has to be. And my ugly, I feel like I can't do this to you.
Uh-oh. You make Sierra Sky the ugly?
No, I was going to go with Maria Shriver.
Oh, I will accept that. I understand. I'm a realist.
All right.
I mean, she's not attractive now. She was back in the 90s. She wasn't bad, but
Right.
I get she's Skeletor face now.
So there you go. There's our good, bad, and ugly. If you didn't agree with anything that we said, or you disagreed with a few things that we said, and you didn't submit your list to us,
That's your fault.
sorry about your luck.
Screw you.
So there we are. It's time to segue into this right here.
Segue into this.
Oh, yeah. Welcome into Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. Got a lot of things going on, but there's one thing that I'm kind of scared about. We talked about Voltron, the live action movie, and how that it was going to have some people in there that we thought we knew is going to be a part of this, and that Daniel Quintoy was going to be one of the main characters or the main character in this Voltron movie. And I was doing some digging because they didn't name exactly who he was going to play. And I thought he's going to play, Keith as, basically the middle guys, or Sven, or one of the guys that is
Right.
one of the, basically lions that are there that, drive it or whatnot, fly it. And part of Voltron Force. Well, the guy that they have his name as that we have found is Macalla Bryce.
Oh.
Now notice that I said Macalla Bryce. I didn't say Keith or Pidge or Sven or Hulk or
Fred.
any of those that it could have been. I don't know who Macalla Bryce is. But in all of the Voltron, I even went to the Netflix Voltron Force animated show, and I was like, there was another guy that they had in there that wasn't any of those, because the Voltron Force is Keith, Pidge, Hulk, Sven, and then Princess. They're all Princess Allura. They're all like the people that fly the lions that are part of Voltron.
Right.
And none of those people are named Macalla Bryce. So if he's supposed to be a main character, then I don't know what he's doing. So they're not going
to introduce a new character, you think?
So if you watch the Netflix series, they had a character named, I think it was Hero.
Okay.
I believe his name was. I could be wrong. I've watched it twice, but it's been a while. And he wasn't any of those guys, but he was like one of the major forces between bringing them all together and who to fight, the witch Hagar and all of that. And so I was like, oh, it's not him. So I don't know if they're replacing him with a different character, but whatever they're doing, it's already going to be not lore.
Right.
And I know people like Voltron lore, whatever, but
You hate that, don't you?
It's the source material that you're trying to emulate, and like the people that love Voltron, you're wanting to make a movie for them, and immediately your first announcement is your main character isn't going to be a main character that all these people grew up with. What are you doing?
Yeah, what's the point then? Yeah, why even do it?
Why are you doing it? It's like saying, I'm going to make a Thundercats movie, and the main character is going to be not Lion-O. I'm going to make a He-Man movie, not about He-Man. I don't know why you feel now. If it's good, right? But it's already scared me a little bit, because what are you doing? Because we've heard major names, we've heard Henry Cavill being tied in with this, and who else was it, by the way, who passed it, who didn't want it? Liev Schreiber,
yeah.
Who was announced to be a part of it. Now he's like, no, I pass. And it may be because he heard about Macalla Bryce.
Maybe he's a Voltron fan. He didn't like the story.
Yeah. It's like, this isn't about Keith? Because Keith was he's the main guy you first look at if you're
Right.
a fan of the comic books and or the cartoon or the anime as it was. That's what you wanted. So the first thing out of the gate with that's just kind of throwing me off a little bit. I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, because if you don't think the regular storyline, the history of the character and the show or the comic or whatever is good enough for a movie, then maybe you just don't make the movie.
Because all you're wanting is the formation to form Voltron at the end of the movie, right?
Yeah.
And to do the big him versus, a beast.
Mothra.
Man, if they ended up at the end of this and it's like Voltron versus Godzilla
And
or
Mothra?
something. First of all, I think Godzilla wins, everybody.
Oh no!
In Voltron's movie, I think Godzilla wins. Which that's just going to throw everybody off. Come to find out, it's all part of the MonsterVerse they've been trying to build over
Right.
there forever.
That'd be
They're doing a
awesome.
really good job. But so there you are. The next thing that I wanted to get into, and this is the mix that I've seen announced as Marvel Studios announces that they are well underway of forming their game studios.
Oh,
So it'll be Marvel Studios. They'll have all the rights to everything. They're be putting their money where their mouth is, not offering the rights to another gaming studio to be like, all right, you can make a Spider-Man game or you can make a this. They're because of how good these Spider-Man games have went over with your gaming crowd. They're like, you know what? We need to make ourselves our own games, which they have the money, of course, to buy the best and the brightest to make their games, because that's something that's kind of elevated over time. It used to be just like the movies back in the day, where if it involved a superhero in the movie, it wasn't going to be good. It wasn't going to be a good movie until they slowly got, I think we can all thank the 1989 Batman for finally, getting something right with the movie. For everybody that had to sit through Dolph Lundgren's version of the Punisher, you understand what I'm talking about, as that character had he happened to be called the Punisher. Right. So, or you watch the old TV series that was the Spider-Man back in the day, which was awful.
in the 70s?
Yes.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
It was not
The
amazing.
special effects were way ahead of their time.
It wasn't way ahead of their time. They just built the room upside down and you walked on the ceiling.
They pulled him up with a cable up the World Trade Center, and you could see the cables.
Yes.
And he's doing this. He's not even sticking in the same spot, right? He's like
No.
floating.
No.
That's so great. And his like metal eyes. So they had holes so he could see through them.
Right. He could barely see through them. There's no way you could really see through those. I mean, it was a cool outfit. It was a way to try, but I mean, if you're going to do a Spider-Man show, at least have him fight Spider-Man villains.
Spider-Man. Yeah, no, he just
fought street level crooks.
he like was stopping muggings and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, does Spider-Man have anything better to do? Happy Trump Day, Ron Gallagher. Good to see you, man.
Damn right, Ron. Damn right. So the way that the comic book industry grew up and then made better things that has to do with, the shows, they're starting to do that, from your Arkham Asylum games to your Spider-Man games. These are all amazing. But one thing that kind of made me really kind of excited was the idea behind. No, it wasn't, Ron. I mean, it was.
Talking about the Adam West show?
Yes.
Of course it was gold.
It was gold in a way that deserved to be back then. I used to watch it because you didn't have a lot of options.
We wouldn't have any of what we have now if it wasn't for that.
You know what? Some of the things that we had, like these third and fourth Batman movies back in the day that were based on the Tim Burton verse, we wouldn't have had any of that trash if it wasn't for the Adam West Batman. the Bam Biffs and the cartoonistic vibe, because that's
It was a cartoon.
it was not.
It's a comic book.
Yes. Now, again, I really liked them. I really did for what they were. But they weren't my favorite version of Batman, as he was known as throughout the most Batman fans. Is he's Adam West's Batman was the White Knight. He wasn't the Dark Knight. He was the kind, I'm going to fix the day and not suffering and not, not.
He had
anything.
shark repellent.
Yes. So, but the way they're doing the word around this is that they're coming up with an open world Marvel game.
Oh.
So
Be like Grand Theft Auto?
yes, this is what I wanted to get into, because this is kind of what I want. I want a setup to where you're not actually a superhero or a supervillain. You're just trying to be a dude in the world that's happening around you.
You're like an NPC?
You're kind of like well, no, you still have things to do. Like where there's Grand Theft Auto things where you're a crook.
Right.
And you've got to escape the hands of, the Black Panthers coming to get you or whatever.
That would be awesome.
That would be kind of cool. But just have an open world to where you're like in your car going to your auto shop or your salvage yard or whatever, you're going to the arena, whatever you do, right?
Yeah.
You're going there and I don't know, Thor shows up and has to fight like some other, and you got to just dodge the feet and stuff in your car.
Your collateral damage. You have to
could
stop.
Be collateral damage,
Yeah.
right? Or like Iron Man's fighting, something like that.
That would be funny.
That would be amazing to set up an open world where you're not maybe a select few, like you spawn into the map and you get to be the hero that's above,
Right.
that's a player controlled, and then you can choose if that guy's going to be a good guy or a bad guy. But I just imagine you're trying to do a bank heist, right? You're trying to do this bank heist and you've got it all planned out, and your buddy's covering the door and you've made it, undetected and whatever. And as you're opening the vault, the Hulk just be on a rampage and just slams through the vault and just kills your character.
It's just for no reason.
Just for no reason. Just the Hulk was having a bad day, went on a run, and you're
dead.
You just happen to be there. I would enjoy the hell out of this game.
That's awesome. Oh, I would too. I'd play that.
I would enjoy the hell out of this game. As you're, just happen to be stuck in traffic because Spider-Man's fighting somebody, Doc Ock.
One of his tentacles knocks your head off.
Right. Or just that's what caused the crash.
Right.
Ahead of you. You're like, crap, I'm going to be,
I'm going to be late for work.
You're trying to be a normal human
living in their world.
I think would be amazing. Especially if it was just, you can do everything. Can you imagine? Because Grand Theft Auto has these role-playing servers.
Yeah.
To where you're a cop and that's your actual job. And people, not like they drive in the game, but people stop at the stoplight.
Right. They do it right. Yeah.
Everything. They wait for it to turn green and stuff.
You get pulled over.
Yeah, you get pulled over. You get a ticket, right? All these things happen. Imagine that happening in a world where, Captain America's fighting the Red Skull.
You're just trying to get to work.
You're just trying to get to work.
Go to the store to get some bread.
Yeah, something. I would love this game.
Oh, I'd play that.
I would be so. Can you imagine you and your friends on that server in that area, and you're trying to do stuff you're just having a legal street race, right? You're on a track, and stuff goes wrong. Magneto shows up and steals your wheels because he's evil.
Your hubcaps are gone.
Yeah, crap.
And Magneto's floating above you with your rims.
Just randomly flinging them into the ocean.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Or later on in your character's development, you find out you're a mutant, but your mutant power is something stupid like you fart pixie dust.
You can see through bananas.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
Only bananas. You're at the store. You're like, oh, ma'am, you don't want that one. I can see that it's rotten inside.
That's right.
That's your superpower.
You're just begging for banana clothing to become a thing.
Banana peels everywhere. Start a new line of clothing just so you can see through it.
That's right. You start your life of crime by making safes out of banana peels.
Dude, why are we not script writers?
I think because of this right here.
I think we just answered our own questions.
So there you go. Marvel Studios entering into the world of gaming in a big way. And good God, make that thing that I just got through uttering out of my mouth, not the banana peel thing, but everything else, make it happen.
And everybody start wearing banana peels.
Yeah, just in case we end up with superpowers. There you go. There's Colby Sapp's Mr. Shotgun.
Oh, God almighty.
So coming up next, it's me, it's Tim, and we're fighting George Washington on our NFL picks, and then I have news and notes. It's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans.
Fanstream Sports.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors
What's
its
your
approach to
superpower?
customers.
I can see
Some
through
owners
bananas.
need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
In 1993, Bob opened the original Bob's Steak and Chop House on Lemon Avenue. 32 years later, the original Bob still greets you at the original Bob's. And now his sparkling new Bob's at Craig Ranch has opened in McKinney. Same fantastic beef and fresh seafood at these two Bob's, each run by the Bob's Steak and Chop House.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Crest Infinity in Frisco. Through the end of the month, you can lease the 2024 QX60 pure front-wheel drive for just $499 a month for 36 months. You bring $44.69 due at signing and drive away. And it gets better. This month, when you lease the new QX60, Infinity will cover the tax. On approved credit, 5s to choose from. See dealer for complete details. Expires 8/31/24. Also, you can get a $15,000 incentive on all remaining in-stock 2024 QX80 models with more than 30 to choose from. Get on out to Crest Infinity to test drive one today. Off 121 in the Tollway in Frisco or online at crestinfinity.com. There's good, there's better, and then there's Crest.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCar Tim.
What up?
Back over there is Colby Sapp. As we appear in the same room together
It's
for
weird.
the first time in a long time.
So normally there's glass in between us, so when he does actually get like to the point where he makes me mad, he's a lot closer. That's not good for him.
Let's not get contentious tonight.
All right, then.
I think we need that. Colby, do you want to go over some NFL picks?
I do want to go over some NFL picks.
I will update everyone on our standings. Colby, after the last week that we made picks, don't remember which week that was, but it wasn't last week. We have a new person in last place.
Uh-oh. Is it not the Tim?
Oh, it's me.
Oh, dear.
Remember, I was ahead of the coin for a little bit. I had a pretty miserable week, though. I only got 3 points
Oh, no.
out of 10. Colby, you only got 4 points out of 10. The coin got 8. You've been predicting a hot streak by the coin.
I have.
And it might have started. So, leader in the clubhouse is Colby with 32 points. The coin is in second with 26 points. IndyCar Tim, as I refer to myself in the third person, has 25 points. Colby, I'm in last place. I don't know what to think about all that. But we'll get past it. I don't even care. I ain't scared. As we move on to week 10, 11. Week 10? Week 10. Maybe. What week are we on in the NFL now? Week
It's
10,
bad.
I believe.
It's real bad.
It is week 10, Colby.
Uh-huh.
Just as I suspected.
Is it?
That's what it says.
All right, good.
As always, I will pick first because I'm in last place. Colby will pick second, and then the coin that we flip as General President George and Martha Washington people.
I think Martha's there.
She might be. She's a football fan.
And she's not on the. Well, it doesn't have.
Yeah, this one's it's the most generic of all digital coins, right?
Yes.
And then we will flip the digital coin here. Heads is the home team, tails is the road team, and then heads is over, tails is under. So that's the way we do things around here, Colby. Our first game on the docket, the Cincinnati Bengals +6 at the Baltimore Edgar Allan Poe's.
Uh-huh. Nevermore.
I still think the Ravens is a stupid name.
It's not. I mean, there's a group of them's a murder. They murder a lot of people in Baltimore. It fits.
Oh, wow. You went crime.
Yeah.
Next thing you're going to do is accuse Tim Tebow of killing Aaron Hernandez.
No, that's your bit. I'm going to let you have it.
I stole that one.
No, you didn't steal it. You created
Stole it from you?
You birthed it out of your butt.
It's called a fart, Colby.
Well, that you've used that fart as a thought, and you presented it on air as a conclusion.
I do. A lot of my thoughts turn into farts,
Well,
curiously
you
enough.
start out as a fart, too, so that's great.
Ooh, I might have some reverse farts going on.
What?
Had some belches earlier that we talked about.
We did.
Colby, Cincinnati +6 at Baltimore with a total of 53. Lamar Jackson might be on his way to his second straight MVP and his third overall.
Right.
But he doesn't have the best team around him. They started the season 0-2 before he finally figured things out. Todd Monken may be one of the greatest offensive coordinators in football today, and he's got not just Lamar Jackson as a weapon, but he's got Derrick Henry. The Cowboys cast off.
Right.
Kind of.
Didn't want him.
No, he's done.
Doesn't fit our ideals.
Doesn't fit our scheme.
What the hell is that?
What are you doing, Jerry? Colby, I'm going to take Baltimore,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to take the under. Cincinnati +6 with a 53-point total.
Being a division game and Joe Burrow's involved, this should be a little bit closer. The problem with this is that closer's not going to really make it. We're not more than 7 points.
Oh.
So it's going to be the Ravens winning this by more than 7. So give me the Ravens. Also, Cincinnati doesn't have a whole lot of defense. And I think we're going with the over here.
Wow. All right. Colby, the coin. Heads Baltimore, tails Cincinnati. It is Cincinnati. And it is the under.
Wow.
Colby. Wow. None of us match there. Next game we have is everybody's going to have an eye on this one, Colby. This is going to be one of those matchups in the NFL that everybody's talking about before the game and that everybody talks about for the rest of the season. As you have the New York Giants -6.5 at Carolina.
Oh, dear.
With a 40.5-point total. Colby, the Giants aren't good.
No.
They do have a future Hall of Fame quarterback.
No.
The Carolina Panthers are not good either.
Correct.
They do not have a future Hall of Fame quarterback.
Still up in the air. It's more up in the air than the other guy.
So I'm going with the Giants. 40.5, I'm going, if I could go way under, I would, but it's just not a measure there. It's just either or. So that's where I'm going.
Okay, well, give me Carolina.
Wow.
And I'll take the under as well.
There you go.
Could be 3-2.
Yeah. Somebody's getting a safety.
That's right.
The coin has Carolina. And the coin also has the under, Colby.
All right, then.
Look at you and George Washington getting along.
What up, George?
Y'all's hemp farm over there. Colby, the next game we have the Detroit Dan Campbell's and the Kneecaps.
Uh-huh.
-4 at the Houston Texan Oilers. With a total of 48.5. That doesn't seem like a lot for these two teams, to be honest.
It doesn't.
Colby, I am going. You know what? So they don't have Stephon Diggs because he's done with a non-contact ACL injury.
Oops.
Which means they're better.
Oh.
So I'm going with the Texans, Oilers. 48.5, I'm going over.
I like your over, so give me the over.
Okay.
But Detroit and their defensive schemes, I'm going to take Detroit.
You've got Detroit in
I
the
do.
over. General George crossing the Mississippi River with Lewis and Clark, Washington. What says you, sir? Oh, Colby, he's got Detroit.
Detroit, what? Detroit.
Must be a rapist song.
It's just felt like something to do.
Okay. You wrote it. He also has the under, Colby. And George Washington knows a lot about football. Next game. The Miami Dolphins of Miami and the Tua concussions +1 at the Matthew Stafford Rams with a total of 50
Wow.
in SoFi Bank Coliseum Stadium Arena field.
I wish you wouldn't add all these words.
Is it confusing you?
It's too long.
I used to only do that with the Angels. And I used to do it to confuse Big Red. I always have a weird look on his face when I would do that.
He's just waiting on you to shut up.
He's waiting on me to can I finish? That's what she said. Colby, I have the Ramsteins. 50. I'm going to take the under.
I don't know. Miami versus the Rams. Yes. What's going on? Because I forgot. You know what? Crap. Give me.
What's up, Penelope?
This just feels like the game that for some reason the Miami wins.
Right.
So I'm going to go with Miami.
All right.
And I guess I'm going the under.
All right. 50 points. You're going under. George Washington had several vacations to Miami. I have no doubt.
Sure.
And he is taking Miami in this one, Colby. And in the 50-point total, you got to tell me about Penelope Ford. I'm sort of interested.
He's taking the over.
He's got the over, Colby. Mm-hmm. Wow. What if he has any money left of his fortune?
Because he
bunch of $1, huh?
Yeah, he made $10 as president.
Yeah,
which was enough to be a fortune back then.
It was the entire GNP of the country.
That's right.
And then finally, Colby, we have to do it. We don't want to do it, but we have to do it. The Philadelphia Eagles -7.5 fly into Arlington through the big hole in the roof that's probably going to be closed.
Uh-huh.
So it means they get squashed and their guts fall everywhere. At Dallas, 43.5. I like Penelope. She's got up tops. Colby, I have...
Most women have up tops.
You ready for this?
Yes.
The Dallas Cowboys.
What?
In the upset, Colby. It is the Cooper Rush effect. He owns the Eagles.
What? Did he lose to him the last time?
Not Cooper Rush.
Wasn't it last year he lost to him in Philly?
Oh, I thought he beat him. Or was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
All right, well, he's out for revenge then.
All right, then.
There you go. It's a revenge game for Cooper Rush,
All right.
who may throw for 4 touchdowns. 3 of those might be pick sixes.
You know what?
But it'll be 4 touchdowns.
All right, then.
And I've got 43.5. I'm going to go under.
Well, and Philly might score 43 by themselves.
They're looking good, huh?
And you know what you forgot to add into here? We can't stop the run, and Saquon Barkley's back leaping over people.
I was hoping he doesn't play.
So,
and he's not injured. I just maybe he won't want to play.
Right.
I quit.
So give me the Eagles and give me the over.
I really thought you were going to go Cowboys.
No, I'm totally.
You
defeated.
always go Cowboys.
I always do, even when I think they're going to lose. But you know what? I'm not anymore.
Oh wow!
Because you know what? I'm voting for what I'm rooting for.
There you go.
I'm rooting.
You rooting for the L's.
I'm rooting for all the L's.
We're gonna eat some L's.
Yeah, that's Jameis these.
Are we gonna eat L McPherson or L Woods? Which one would you rather have?
McPherson.
I mean, I would too, but I don't want to double dip, so I'll go L Woods.
All right, good.
You know who L Woods is?
No.
She was the fictional blonde character from Legally Blonde that Reese Witherspoon's played.
There's a reason why I didn't know.
Greatest films of our time, Colby.
Nowhere near Evil Dead 2, sir.
The second one wasn't good, and then the Legally Blonde's made for TV wasn't very good either, where she had twin cousins. George Washington. You know he's going to pick Philadelphia. At least he's been to Philadelphia. Oh, but he picked Dallas. Wow. Woo. Shows how much I know about presidencies. Over, under, sir.
Under.
Oh, we went underwear. All right, there you go.
There
Picks
it
are
is.
locked in. Pay attention on Sunday, and boys and girls, and we'll come back on. Here, I can tell you right now if we have a show Monday night. Colby, do we have a show? We have a show Monday night.
Oh no!
As long as you can get here.
I'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, because I don't cut for once this year. I don't cover a Monday night team.
I've been saying because of it, we should just say we're coming Wednesdays.
All right. Well, we may show up on Monday.
All right, then.
But if not, then we'll be here Wednesday. I just miss Monday shows.
I do too, but we normally don't do Monday night shows during the football season.
I know.
You've been trying to get it to change, and I'm like, and every night's been. It's like, let's just go ahead and just say once football's over, we'll go back to Mondays and Wednesdays.
Oh, do you want us to just make it official?
Just do it like that, so nobody's wondering.
But I'm always going to wonder, what if? All right, no show Monday.
There you go.
We'll do our own shows in our own heads.
I mean, we can just do one from our houses. I don't care.
Again, Colby, I don't care. Doesn't care about anything.
I really don't.
He doesn't care.
It is about to be my segment, though. It's time.
Are you ready?
It's time for me to care a little bit.
I had to message Bailey during the show. Where's my thing? All right, you ready, Colby?
I am ready.
I've been waiting on you.
Jackass. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. Let's go to a boat.
A boot?
Yeah, we're going to a super yacht. So
Jerry's?
No. The reason why we're going there is because of Andy Warhol.
God.
So, did you know that he designed 3 versions of Brillo boxes?
I was not aware of that.
There were Brillo boxes sculptures that he did with white and blue and red square model, becoming one of the most iconic that he could do. However, the yellow, red, and blue wooden Brillo box that he designed fetched a jaw-dropping $3 million and inspired an HBO documentary.
Oh, my God, because it's Andy Warhol.
Yes. What connection does that have to super yachts? Well, the owner of the actual sculpture had it on his yacht.
Oh, no.
His
You said
super
had.
yacht. Yeah. Because, by the way, this particular sculpture inspired an HBO documentary itself. So, the crew that was working this super yacht was cleaning up.
They thought it was trash, didn't they?
They thought it was trash and they threw out $3 million.
Oh, my God.
Just threw it away. Who left this box of Brillos over here and just tossed it?
Somebody's getting fired, Colby.
Somebody's going dumpster diving.
And then getting fired after they find it.
Right, because it's probably messed up.
Oh, my gosh.
No, this led me to this. Can you imagine? All right, nobody knows this happens. It's there for a couple of days, but you happen to know what this thing looks like. And you just happen to be by a trash can out by the docks, and you're like, is that what I think it is?
How many people would know that exists?
It's a lot of happenstance, right?
Huh.
But imagine that happen. Can you imagine the look on that person's face when they go up to the dumpster and is like, what?
Wow. I just found $3 million.
$3 million.
Would you sell it like immediately?
Oh, in a heartbeat.
I mean, but anybody you could sell it to would know that it belonged to someone else and that it was missing.
No, I would put it out there that I'd found it.
Then want a $3 million reward?
No, I would want a reward.
Huh.
I mean, it doesn't have to be $3 million, but if you've got a super yacht that has a $3 million sculpture and that you don't even put in a case, that it's just out there, just, hey, anybody want to just throw it away? You can.
Huh.
That person's loaded and can probably just pitch you
so they
$100,000.
So okay, let me ask you this then: that they contact you, and you bring it back, knowing you're going to get some. They're like, yeah, I'll take care of you when you get back. When you bring it back, they offer you $10,000 for it.
Cool.
Taking it?
Yeah.
You're not going to complain or anything.
I found $10,000 in the trash can.
But I found $100,000 in the trash can.
Okay, cool.
I'm holding it ransom. I want at least $100,000.
No, whatever they decide at that point, since it's actually theirs, and they can be like, "It's mine."
I'm gonna be a dick. Finders keepers. I'm gonna be a dick. I want at least $100,000.
I am walking out of there as fast as with the most amount of money that I can walk out of there as fast with.
Or I want free use of your yacht whenever the hell I want with your crew.
I'd rather have the $10,000.
Well, no, in addition to.
See, I'm already. You're still.
I want the yacht.
You're still debating, and I'm already at the store buying things.
I want his yacht. I want free rental of his yacht whenever I want.
Before I walked up to that trash can, I did not have $10,000.
You didn't have $100,000 either.
I know, but I didn't have 10 either.
But you'd rather have 100.
Well, yeah.
You're just not going to complain.
I'm just not. No.
Do you ever send your food back at a restaurant when it's not good?
No. I usually just eat it because I don't care. I'll say something like, "This isn't what I ordered.
This wasn't very good, but I ate it all anyway."
Yeah, it's food. And I know I don't send things back.
If you go to a steakhouse and you buy a $75 porterhouse,
yeah,
you order it medium rare, it comes out well done. You're not going to eat that.
No.
In that case, you'll send it back.
In that case, I'll usually, because at those places they'll say, "Hey, cut into your steak.
Right. Is it okay?
Is it all right?"
But you go to Applebee's and order some chicken wings.
No, I'm not.
And they come out and they're undercooked.
Well, then I'm not eating those because that'll kill you.
Right. But are you going to say something or just pay for them and not eat them?
I'll probably point that out.
Okay.
Hey,
all right.
They're bleeding.
What if they come out well done, but they have the wrong sauce?
No, I'll eat it.
Okay.
Like if it's something that could hurt me, then I'm not going to eat it. Right. But
I was just wondering where your line was. It's public health.
Yeah, it's there, or it's they work at a steakhouse and they didn't know the difference between well done and medium rare.
They shouldn't work there then.
They should probably find another job. As what the ladies that work for the competing company walks by me as I'm at a liquor store, and like a bottle had been knocked over and you could smell it. It was whiskey, and she goes, "I hate the smell of liquor," and the words out of my mouth were, "You need to find a different job." Right?
Yes.
If that's one of your things, then don't work with liquor. So if you don't know how to cook a steak, then don't be a steak cook.
Yes. What is wrong with people?
So there's that.
I hate people, Colby.
Everybody, watch out with your crotches. There's a highly contagious jock itch that's been spreading rapidly through New York. Cases of rare genital fungus dubbed jock itch. By the way, I didn't know it was rare. Has risen in New York this year, as a health report has revealed. The first case of Trichophyton mentagrophytes genotype 7. I've seen that anime. The genital fungus was recorded in June of this year. But this week, the CDC's involved with jock itch, has issued a worrying report revealing that there has been 4 additional infections diagnosed between April and June of 2020. There's only been 4 cases of jock itch in New York in 2024. And this is a news article.
I've had that many this week.
And admittedly, jock itch is not something that you just get a lot. But usually if somebody else that's in your locker room got the jock itch, somehow a lot of people just...
So you don't have to touch each other to get it?
No, you just happen to touch the things that they touched.
Really? So it's like a parasite thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
shower sandals.
Yeah, you just happen to... Yeah, don't share towels. It's bad, especially with a guy that likes to do the Elmer Fudd front to back on his undercarriage.
Oh, I do that all the time. I did that in the bathroom just now.
With toilet paper, paper towels.
My shirt.
You may want to find a different shirt.
Your shirt
No, my shirt wasn't in there.
that you know of.
No, I'm pretty sure of. So, dude, did you know that in the Bay Area, by the way,
Crotch itches now.
that there is a meat carnival is what this place is called. It's
You had me at Meat Carnival.
It's on Mare Island, and it's not normal because it's in a cavernous space, and they have torches and flame-topped walks that basically light your path into this 1,000-gallon custom smoker with an 8-foot live fire table and extra doors to accommodate the whole situation, and it's nothing but meat.
Sounds like a lot of clogged arteries.
There are no silverware allowed in this place. You go grab off a hunk. It doesn't sound sanitary.
No, especially if you got jock itch.
Yeah, don't go directly from New York with the 4 cases of jock itch that made a news article and go to this place. But can you imagine?
Jock itch.
So the scene that's set by this article is basically almost like a PBS scene about, or a nature documentary about lions feeding. As a bunch of people are just surrounding this pit of meat with just jaws and hands just going at large slabs of meat.
Somebody's going to lose a hand.
Yeah, they find out they like flesh.
Yeah. That's fresh and tasty. Juicy.
Wow, tastes like chicken.
Tastes like lamb.
So, by the way, you're going to be waiting a while because this place is the hot new thing.
Huh.
As
Meat Carnival.
Meat Carnival. Just, I mean, there's no silverware, there's no plates, there's no nothing. It's just a bunch of meat in the middle of a table, and people are just like going to town.
Go to town. No salad ahead of time.
I guess you want to get your roughage at some point, or else that's going to be a tough go. Or an easy go, depending on what your digestive system is like.
Easy go. Easy come, easy go, Colby.
That's right. So, but I kind of want to go there just to have giant-sized ribs and everything else that's going on.
I'm in. Show trip.
Let's go from there to North Korea.
Gross.
As
Good day, mate.
North Korea fired a barrage of short-range ballistic missiles into the sea on Tuesday just because they were wanting to do it for the election.
Well, they just missed their target too bad.
I don't know. I see these articles a lot where North Korea fired a bunch of missiles into the sea. I just don't know what they're doing.
Maybe they're just bad at aiming.
Or look at what we can do.
Or they're going fishing.
Right. Like Grandpa with dynamite. This is just, they're just hunting bigger fish.
You fly over it and you see all these fish floating at the top.
Right.
Somebody get a net.
There's Shamu.
Oh, poor Shamu.
He got hit by a ballistic missile.
Blown to bits.
From Seoul, Korea. So, yeah.
No, that's in South Korea, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Hanoi.
Yes.
Oh, that might be Vietnam.
So, North Korea.
Can we name one city in North Korea?
I think it's just all North Korea.
Saigon? Maybe?
And finally, let's go to Vladimir Putin.
Putin.
This headline it's got it all. Putin's exploding sex toy terror plot. How Russian spies sent packages of erotic gadgets and massage pillows that ignited in Brit and German depots in test run for attack on U.S. bound flight. By the way, that was the whole title of this article.
That was it.
That was it.
Somebody doesn't know how to write leads.
No. So they're hiding in bombs and sex toys and sex pillows. Can you imagine you got that instead?
I call that band name Sex Pillows.
Sex pillows. So you go to hook up your vibrating sex pillow for the first time, and it gives you a little bit more than what you thought you were going to get.
Surprise, I'm here.
Surprise, I exploded. Like you were thinking you were going to explode, but instead it explodes.
Oh my gosh.
It's bad. But I'd like to go back to that first sentence of Putin's exploding sex toy terror plot.
Well, who was it that just had all the exploding beepers? Remember that a couple of weeks ago?
Yes, I do remember that.
Like it hurt. I don't know if it killed me, but it hurt a bunch of people because their beepers all exploded. All number one, why are we carrying beepers? It's 2024.
You know, in case you need that emergency 911.
Oh, I got to find a phone. I just got 911. Those were the days, Colby.
Those were the days, especially when you had to know that certain friends just 911 to everything.
Every time. Not calling them back.
No.
Wasting a dime on my payphone.
Right. Or they and you ended up having to tell people a different code for emergencies.
Yeah. Don't use 911.
Except for that one. Look, if that's really an emergency, then I want you to write boobs at the end of it.
Yes, please.
So please,
Boobs.
80085. Or no, it's 58008.
Right.
Yeah, because you had to turn it over to read the boobs.
Boobs. Because it would be weird if it just said boob.
Yeah.
You got to have two of them, Colby.
Right.
Or three.
Or three if you're.
Yeah. At least two.
Gonna
But
total
two's the
recall.
minimum.
But again, Putin's exploding sex toy terror plot. Just wanted to read that headline again. And that's news and notes, everybody.
For the love of all that is Putin, Colby.
Uh-huh.
We are the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. It is Wednesday, and we are done. We appreciate everybody that tuned into this. We had a butt crunch load of people watching this live tonight. We appreciate you guys very much.
Don't know how much that is.
It's more than a sponge crunch.
Okay.
But less than a nipple crunch.
I'm ready.
Butt crunch.
I'm ready.
Been there before. We will not be on here on Monday because we don't do Monday shows during football season, in case y'all didn't know. I mean, I just found out too. Well, we will be back on Wednesday with another Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. More picks, more news and notes, more football talk. We'll talk about the Cowboys, how bad they lost to the Eagles.
Right.
And who else is hurt. And then more, what day is it? And all the glitches that you can handle right here on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you. Is it okay for me to keep casually sexting? Absolutely.